And now we move on with the not scientific part of the evening, but it will be equally interesting and rewarding part. There will be awards given to individuals. And the first award is by the Bracco Foundation, so I call on Vittorio Puppo, who is President and CEO of the Bracco Diagnostic Inc., to present the award.
Well, good afternoon. There is late in the day a little technical problem with the computer, and so we're retrieving the slide. I want to take the opportunity to thank ISSNAF for the opportunity for the invite, Professor Campese and Monica for organizing. It doesn't matter, we can talk, got a few things that I want to say. So, as I say, I wanted to thank, for the invite and the opportunity. Bracco's organization, and specifically the Bracco Foundation, have collaborated with ISSNAF for quite some time. And as you've heard, from Diana Bracco earlier this afternoon, our company is committed to the development of science through collaboration and education, and hence we'll be presenting tonight an award which is managed in collaboration with ISSNAF, with the organization here. So the theme of the afternoon has been about innovation through science, and then I think elements of a collaboration between Italy and the US. In terms of our organization, our company, we've got about 50% of our business is managed here. We've got about 7 research sites globally, of which 4 are in the United States. And so we very much depend from access to science in this country for the development of our products and technology. And in the interest of what we do, Giovanni Cafaro gave a brilliant story about progresses in science and medicine, and that role, the role of our company, of our products, is in diagnostics, meaning early detection and hopefully prevention of disease, and which is critical in terms of overall patient management. So used for CT, MR procedures, and as I think Cafaro again mentioned how refreshing it is sometimes hearing from patients. And we were reviewing case studies last week about users of our products, and we saw a case of a patient which had been detected with brain cancer, and after a different exam with one of our agents, they found, unfortunately, many more metastases, and that led to a complete change in the patient, in the subsequent, therapy, treatment, and management of the patient's health. So that's what we do as a company. That's our contribution to the progress of science. So I'm not sure if that's coming up. Okay. Well, I think I covered pretty much 80% of what I wanted to do anyhow. So our organization is, we're a global company, is Italian headquartered. About 90% of the business is global, but as I say, 50% of the total business is in the US. And we've got activities which are headquartered here. So all of our clinical programs, all of our clinical development is run out of the US globally. For the entire company. Okay, there you go. Well, thank you. Yeah, that's okay. I think we can go. Thank you very much. Quite quickly to the maybe to the word itself. As I said a second ago, is a private company, about 35,000 people, 1.3 billion euros in across all geographies. And if we look at the profile of our products, the first two business units that we manage are about, what I just talked about, drugs, which are used for diagnostic imaging, intravenous administration of drugs for, CT, MR, ultrasound, nuclear. We've got some medical devices, and then we've got some smaller business. It's a pharmaceutical business, which is primarily domestic in Italy, and then some diagnostics activity. That's an outpatient clinic that we manage. Very global organization. We're present everywhere, and as I said, about 50% of the business in the US, and the remaining half is mainly between Western Europe and in Asia. We've got big business in Japan and China. In terms of commitment to R&D, about 9-10% of our total business goes back into R&D investment. And as I said, here we've got 7 sites, 3 are in Europe, 4 are in the US. Covering the US sites are covering both drugs and devices. The foundation, which is granting the award here, is the support arm of the Bracco organization, and so the foundation mission is that of enhancing Italy's cultural, historic, and artistic heritage at national as well as global level. We have a partnership with the Scala theaters, with the Scala Opera House, that we support quite extensively, and we've got various programs. And amongst which tonight the program that we're going to talk and recognize tonight is called Progetto Diventerò, which is aimed at individuals in the early stages of their training and professional careers, and trying to promote innovative ways of strengthening the link between the academic and working worlds. The other thing that we do, this is kind of very global in nature. So, we said we're here tonight to talk about collaboration between US and Italy mostly. The person who is going to get awarded tonight is actually not present because he's still in his current job in Germany. And so but that's the nature where we look at things. So a lot of words has been spent in terms of the global nature of research, of innovation, and that's the way we try to contribute. We've got our 2 largest poles as an organization in Italy and in the US, but we've got to leverage on talents and passion and good work, from wherever it comes from. So specifically here, this is the third Fulvio Bracco Award. It's a 2-year research grant with a focus on diagnostic imaging. Imaging is one of the chapters of ISSNAF. And there are selected criteria of eligibility and fellowship, and this is managed in collaboration of ISSNAF and with the patronage of the European Society of Radiology. So there's a panel of which ISSNAF is part of, reviewing application curricula and eventually taking the final decision on the award. So this year the award is going to go to Dr. Giorgio Pariani. As I say, Dr. Pariani cannot be here with us tonight. He's still involved in his current job, and as you can see here from his resume and the kind of work he's doing, extremely global, trained in Italy, then moved to Germany, spent time in the US at the Harvard Medical School. He's in Germany right now, and will be spending time, the next couple of years in the US, collaborating and participating on this work on progresses on molecular magnetic resonance imaging, with a focus on hyperpolarized gases and carbon-13. So that's what we wanted to do, and the prize goes to Dr. Pariani. Thank you.